Colleges and universities are on alert tonight after a cyber gang claimed it hacked a popular education learning system.
Yeah, it's called Canvas.
Are dealing with a massive teaching technology outage.
Students use the Canvas system to access grades, study materials, and even final exams.
Imagine waking up on the morning of your final exam. You reach for your laptop, open Canvas, and instead of your study guide, you see a message from a ghost. On May 7th, 2026, over 30 million students and teachers globally were locked out of their digital lives. The message on the screen was blunt: pay or leak. This wasn't just a glitch, this was an ultimatum from ShinyHunters, the world's most feared cyber-extortion group. They claim to have breached Instructure, the giant behind Canvas, and they aren't just looking for data, they're looking for a payday. Today, on Life in Billions, we are going inside the biggest education hack in history. We'll look at the billions of messages stolen, the May 12th deadline that has thousands of schools panicking, and why your digital identity might be the next item sold on a dark web auction. The breach: what actually happened? To understand how we got here, we have to look at the timeline. It started quietly in late April 2026. Instructure detected a criminal threat actor in their cloud environment. The company thought they had it under control. They patched the holes, rotated the keys, and went back to business as usual. But ShinyHunters, they were just getting started. By May 7th, the situation escalated into a full-blown global shutdown. Schools from Harvard and Stanford in the US to major universities in Australia and New Zealand found their Canvas platforms replaced with a ransom note. What exactly did they take? Names and email addresses of millions, student identification numbers, and most chilling, billions of private messages exchanged between users. Instructure says passwords and financial data are safe, but in the world of high-stakes hacking, your identity is often worth more than your credit card number. Who are ShinyHunters? If you've never heard of ShinyHunters, you've definitely heard of their victims. This is a group that treats cybercrime like a Fortune 500 business. They aren't the hackers of the 90s sitting in a basement. They are a sophisticated, financially motivated cartel. In 2024, they hit AT&T, stealing data on over 110 million customers. They've breached Microsoft, Ticketmaster, and even Google. Their tactic is simple: pay or leak. They don't encrypt your files and lock you out like traditional ransomware. They steal the data, show you a sample to prove they have it, and then demand millions to delete it. In the case of Instructure, they claim to have accessed data from 9,000 schools. Think about that. Every private message a student sent to a teacher, every student ID potentially for sale to the highest bidder. The financial fallout. Why is this a life in billions story? Because the cost of these breaches is astronomical. On average, a data breach in the education sector costs $3.7 million per incident. But this is on a global scale. If Instructure pays, it emboldens the hackers. If they don't, the legal fallout could reach billions. We've already seen class action lawsuits against companies like MGM and Caesars for failing to protect customer data. For a company like Instructure, which serves 41% of the North American higher education market, the liability is terrifying. And then there's the extortion deadline. ShinyHunters has set May 12th, 2026 as the final day for a settlement. If the money isn't there, they claim everything will be leaked. For the students, the cost isn't just financial, it's the risk of targeted phishing and social engineering. Imagine a scammer using your private Canvas messages to trick you into giving up your bank details. That is the real danger here. The conclusion and call to action. As we approach the May 12th deadline, the world is watching. Will Instructure negotiate? Or will millions of private lives be exposed to the dark web? If you're a student or a teacher using Canvas, now is the time to be vigilant. Watch your emails, change your passwords, even if they say they're safe. And most importantly, be careful what you send in a private message. In a world where data is the new gold, you are the target. What do you think? Should companies pay the ransom to protect their users, or does that just make the problem worse? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like button if you found this deep dive helpful, and subscribe for more stories on the money and power shaping our world. This is Life in Billions. Stay safe and stay informed.